We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace. Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. On Point with Van and Micca. What's up, Micca? Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
Did you have a good Mother's Day with your family?
I have a good day every day.
You did?
Yes.
You get some rest?
No.
Did they make you work?
No.
Hey, y'all, do me a favor. Hit the like button, please. That's the only price for admission for the live stream. What's up, Blue Rose? Thank you for holding it down as the only blue in the building. Shout out to the other blues that will be pulling up soon. What's up, B? As soon as I say something, you pull up. Please let us know where you're watching this. If you're watching it from your phone, your television, or in your car, you're just listening on the radio, through your speakers anyway, not the radio, but through your speakers. Let me know. And also let me know what part of the world are you tuning in from. We about to get into it, man.
Oh, not New Jersey. New Jersey done got on my nerves. But hey.
What'd you say about Jersey?
Hey, Carol. Huh?
What'd you say about Jersey?
No, I see that somebody said they're from New Jersey. I said, oof, not New Jersey. They didn't got on my nerves this week. But hey, Carol. Yeah, you know I used to live in New Jersey, so.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I lived in Jersey City. So I know all about Newark. Not Newark, Newark.
I just now got an easy pass ticket driving through Jersey.
Oh, see, look, Carol live in Newark.
You live in Newark, Jersey?
No. Newark.
Newark.
Oh no, they had that strong accent.
Okay. Shout out to Newark.
Or they might be like Jersey. You know, the Italians. The Italian. I love it.
Yeah, well, I don't listen. Let me tell you.
That's what you curse. She laughing.
Hey, shout out to True. Did you know True Business came through here last night talking about where's Micca? I'm live streaming late at night and he talking about where's Micca? I was like, come on, bro. Come on, man. And it was in a super chat. He kept saying that.
Really?
Get your people.
Why is that my people? But that is my people. But a couple people asked, they said, can you gonna stream with Bad at night? I said, look, I gotta sleep. It's sometime.
You do. You got your own show. You got all the other shows that you're part of. Sheesh.
I love y'all though. If I could fit it in, I definitely will.
All right, so let's go in and say, Micca, why you being shy? Can be, please let her know. She starts out that way on every single live stream, and then she just takes over. Give me the microphone, Van. You're not talking about nothing. Watch it happen. That always happens. She started off chill, just like this. Next thing you know, I gotta calm her down. Shout out to Utah. We got Utah in the building.
Oh, wow.
Okay, Micca is the best. Okay. All right, got you.
Hey, Shay.
We got Pensacola, Florida. All right. Cincinnati. I never been to Cincinnati. Lafayette, Louisiana. Ooh, I just now heard something about Louisiana. Somebody told me that it's illegal to perform fellatio in Louisiana. Please let me know if that's true or not by putting a thumbs up inside of the chat and or thumbs down that I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Like, if I'm just confused, but this was somebody that
it could be on the books, but obviously with all the, prostitution they go on down there, it is definitely not being enforced.
Clearly, Clearly, unless you're a streetwalker, you can't do it.
Oh,
Streetwalkers get to do it. They get a pass, and plus the pimp got a whole bunch of pull in certain major cities.
in my feminist voice, we can do it ourselves. We don't need pimps no more.
Hey, that's right, sister. Take charge of your own
I
body.
can't. Shut up.
My body, my choice. My body, my choice.
Thank you, Jumper. Appreciate it. Greetings.
Hey, thank you,
Hola, ¿cómo
Tijuana
estás?
border jumper.
Not
Hi.
Tijuana border jumper. I didn't even read the whole thing. I just saw Jumper.
Yeah, Tijuana border jumper. I told him before I love that name.
I love it.
It's a
I
cool
love
name.
it. I love it. Tijuana got some of the best dental dentistry.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're making a
You know I
suggestion?
don't. You know I don't go. You know I don't go to in America for my dental. So,
She's making a suggestion,
too
gang.
much
Just
money.
let y'all know that.
But now Trump trying to bring stuff down. So
Yes, he is. Trump is doing his damn thing, man.
yes, he is. Yes,
He's
he
doing
is.
his thing.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
I just now was talking about that yesterday, but and then
Panama
he has
City,
this new win with China.
Winona, Texas.
You said
I
Winona
think
who?
I said that right. Winona, Texas.
Let me see here. Oh, Panama City Beach. Okay.
Mhm.
You said Winona. I don't see no Winona, Colorado Springs, Colorado. Winona, Texas. I see it.
Yeah, Winona, Texas.
I think that is
Drizzy
Winona.
T. Just shame.
Hey, welcome, Shane. I see
Kit
you,
Kat.
bro.
Y'all is the best.
I had somebody.
Phoenix.
I had somebody come up on the stage yesterday, and they cooked me. Cooked.
Well, 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 well.
I didn't mind. You know that.
I know.
I didn't mind at all. Nah, he didn't really cook, but he I let him have his space so he can talk his sugar honey iced tea. I
Hey,
didn't bring him,
Scoop.
huh?
Okay. What y'all was talking about?
We were talking about black fatigue, and then he
Ah,
went down the litany of things that
hi,
white
Katrina.
people have done to us in slavery and Jim Crow.
Mhm.
Like, come on, brother.
But we was but if you're talking about black fatigue, what does that got? What's that got to do with
Exactly. Exactly. He was like, "What do you?" He was giving the argument that most of TikTok is giving right now about black fatigue.
You know, I love TikTok, but there is that hole in TikTok
Yeah.
that if you go down, they get on your nerves.
Oh, most certainly. Most certainly.
Mhm.
As they're supposed to. They're supposed to. Like they
Oh, you know,
rightly
I
say.
love a dissenting voice, child. I love a dissenting voice. Go ahead, get on, bring it up, just so I can
Mm,
tell you what I think about it.
I'm with you, man. And sorry if I keep on twitching, guys. My this nerve in my arm is still acting up. I don't know what's going on. They say I should see a chiropractor.
Yeah, and get you one of those little stress balls too. To get some you sure it's not like what do they call it? Carpal tunnel or something like that?
I hope not. I hope it's none of that stuff. I mean,
Because you
because
know,
I
like
only
people that be on the computers a lot get stuff like that. So
yeah, it only bothers me when I'm sitting at the computer.
I'm sure. So yeah,
Yeah,
check it out.
I
But what's
will.
going on, gang? What's up?
Oh, they chilling. They ready to go. You ready to get
I
to it,
see.
Mika?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. We about to go and get into it. The first thing we're going to talk about today is black fatigue. Black fatigue. All right. And the reason why we're talking about it is because I think that the lady who jumped it off is making some great points. I'm going to see if I can find that original post for you guys. But for the meantime, in between time, I'm gonna show y'all this right here. And make sure y'all hit the like button if y'all haven't already, because
Yes.
yeah, that certainly helps push the videos, man. That certainly helped push the videos. I saw somebody post something about black fatigue
Hmm.
on X, and this is what someone posted that says,
Okay.
"All I see is this."
What does that mean?
Somebody dancing for nickels, a black person dancing for the white man, trying to appease them.
Is that a black person that put that up?
Yeah,
Ah, okay.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, his name
And,
is Merc.
and it's so funny, right? Those people that say all that, they'll always say, "Oh, you're an Uncle Tom," and it's like, Did you read? Do you know that Uncle Tom is actually the hero?"
No, they don't.
Okay,
No,
but you don't read. Okay,
they
got it.
don't. They don't
No
read, and
Child
they
Left
don't care.
Behind messed up a lot of people. It's okay.
No, they don't care to know the truth. They just care to be a part of the joke. Like we want to be a part of the inside joke. We don't want to be. We don't want to read. We don't want to know the true history of a thing. What's the point of that?
Exactly, exactly. But okay,
Yeah.
so that's what they're talking about. Okay, we're tap dancing for white people. Okay, got it.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
And this is why, guys. Let me know in the comments if y'all agree with this, and let me know if you disagree. And if you have some smoke for us, put that out there as well. Because I got Micca with me today, and she ain't taking none of y'all sugar honey iced tea. Also, guys, happy Mother's Day to all of the ladies out there. I have to say that. Happy Mother's Day to you all, to all
Yeah.
of you ladies. Happy Mother's Day to your wives. If you're to the gentlemen, happy Mother's Day to your wives and your moms as well. And hopefully, y'all enjoyed your day. And to your daughters, if your daughters and sons have children, I mean, daughters have children, happy Mother's Day to them. Y'all definitely deserve it, ladies, for sure. Y'all definitely deserve it. Stop allowing this country that's supposed to be run by us. Stop allowing us to downplay your role in society, because y'all are huge in everything we do. As a matter of fact, I will say that a great majority of the people who are arrested right now are arrested for doing something that would impress a lady, in my opinion. Because a lot of times we just trying to daggone do we got to do to level up so that we can get the girl. That's it. All right.
Mm.
So let's go ahead and jump into it. She over here rolling her eyes. All right, let's jump into it, guys. Hit that like button. Let's get it.
There's an interesting phrase going around these days. It's called black fatigue. When I heard that shit, I started laughing because I've been had black fatigue. Well, nigga fatigue. I love black people. See, it's the difference between niggas and black people. You understand? And what it should be called is nigga fatigue, because even
Okay.
black people have nigga fatigue. You understand? The ghetto ratchet bullshit, all the ignorant stuff that these people stand for, all the ignorant stuff that these people defend, all the weird shit that these people say, all the victimization and acceptance of the bigotry of low expectations and all the Stockholm syndrome and all that shit like that, all the random acts of violence that people want to ignore because it's black on black, which they also want to ignore and just say it's proximity crime, but no, it's black on black crime. It's an epidemic. Black fatigue is some real shit. There's an interesting phrase going around these days.
All right. So what you think about that?
First of all, I want to give a shout out to the comments. I
Which
switched from
one?
Newports. That is a black cigarette. I'm sorry. Look, there are some things that are just black and white. Okay. And them cigarettes is one of them. Them Newports. It's
Newports.
like, why? Why? You see a pack of
Newports.
Marlboros, they be like, nah.
You know, my mother-in-law made me get her a pack when I went to go for Mother's Day at that. She's like, she, she's
A
from the
pack of
hood,
cigarettes.
guys. She's from the hood. She's black. She's as black as they come, and she still smoke Newports. I'm
You
sorry,
one of
but
these people?
yeah,
What does
tapping the
that
hell out
do?
the bottom.
Tell me, what does that do?
It's supposed to push out a jack. It pushes out a cig
I
so
be
that you,
seeing them, they be like,
yeah, because the little hole that they ripped is on that side, so it pop it out and then they can
get
pull it.
out of here.
All right, so black fatigue. What you think? See, you joking. You on joke time. What you?
Oh, because these people are ignorant. That's why I'm on joke time half of the time. Because here's the thing. He's absolutely correct. Okay. Um, these ninjas, okay, I'm being nice somewhat.
Somewhat.
Yeah, it's a real thing. Okay, so you got you got you got black people who are generally good, law-abiding people, right? But you have a degenerate culture, as you do in all cultures, right? The problem is in the black community, it's not ever called out.
Right.
right? And they feel like if they call it out or if they say something, they're going against Black people because of all the things that Black people have been through. However, they're not realizing by not calling it out, they're allowing the all of everything that they are doing, all the
Hmm.
degeneracy to actually come into their, very nice neighborhoods. Here in Maryland, you have certain parts in PG County that are beautiful,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
But the ninjas, okay, when they come in it, they got Section 8 or they got this and they got that. They come in, 90 million of them live in one house. They don't care about how it looks outside. They don't ever, wash the front of the house. They got oil in the driveway. You know what I mean. And so, Black people never want to say anything about it.
Right.
And that's what's causing the fatigue because everybody else sees it. Everybody else calls it out, right? And if you're not Black or if you're part Black, you're you're seen as a racist or outsider, you know, going at the whole group of people. And that's because the whole group of people keep allowing the small segment to represent them. It's no different than, Black women who never say anything about the Black women who are out here fighting and twerking and all this other stuff, right? And they don't
Right.
like it. They don't like the representation, but they never say anything because they keep being on sister code. So guess what? All of you get labeled as the twerk queens, the loud queens, the weave wearers, right? There are tons of Black women that don't wear weave. There's tons of Black women that don't do a lot of the stuff you see. But guess what? You don't call it out. So that's your representation. This is Black people's representation. And I think what's finally happening is a fatigue on both sides. White people are tired of it, and so are Black people.
Yes.
They're actually calling it out. You have, of course, the 92% that doesn't want to separate themselves from it, but then you have Black people that have never liked it and that are like, hey, I'm tired of it. That's why y'all move from the hood. Or that's why you don't want to be around it. Look, don't let Black people lie to you. When they say, "Oh, we moving on up," they talking about getting away from news. That's what they talking about.
Oh,
They just don't
facts.
want to tell you that. They
Facts.
talking about getting away from the ninjas because they don't want to
Facts.
be around it. Nobody wants to be around a group of people that don't respect themselves.
Oh, 1000%. Like when we go out to have a good time, we're hoping that we can have a good time without them just showing up. Like,
Yeah, because ninjas ruin parties. What did Chris Rock say? Grand opening, grand closing.
yeah, I mean, but let's keep it a buck. Like at a certain point, everybody just want to have a good time without someone ruining it, without someone starting a fight, without someone getting all belligerent and loud, without someone starting to shoot or doing something foolish. When we leave a spot after going to a comedy show or a restaurant or just going out to have a good time with our friends or significant others, we don't want to come out to no broken glass. We don't
The
want to come.
same way you want to go to a hold down without Jim Bob. Okay, Jim Bob, he can't let go of the moonshine. Okay, Jim Bob never lets go of the moonshine. It is what it is. So you don't want to be in a place with, Craig and them. Craig and them don't know how to act.
So you saying white people version is white? They got white trash fatigue.
Oh, they don't have fatigue. You know why? Because as soon as they see white trash, they be like,
Deuces, other way,
yeah, yeah.
and and
So
they
that's why
take
they
it.
don't have a fatigue from it because they don't condone it, right? And so that's why you have a culture of even white people against each other. Oh, you know, like you look at something like the Ozarks.
You said
There's
the
a sec
Ozark.
Yeah, look at the
Oh
show The Ozark.
yeah, the Ozark. Yeah.
Okay. It's the same difference. The only issue is Black people haven't been willing to call it out. But guess what? They're fatigued too.
They are. Most
And
certainly.
they have actually been fatigued because the rich ones, that's why Chris Rock has a whole thing about it. He has a whole stick on it. He's like, yo, I love black people. I hate it. He says it all the time.
Oh, 1000%. I'm the same way, man. And when it comes to being blackity black, I'm that guy. I love the chaos sometimes. I love the noise. I love the craziness. But there's a time and place for it all, in
Black
my
people are
opinion.
beautiful people. Okay. The problem is their degenerate culture is condoned. You can't argue for uh another group killing you if you're willing to kill yourself.
Facts.
Okay? I can't tell
1000%.
you, I can't say, Van, you keep giving me drugs when I'm willing to kill my own self.
OTC, who was on the show last night, shout out to the young man who pulled up and talked to me, cammed up. He was one of the people that I respect. I don't respect the cowards who just say what they have to say and sound tough behind their keyboards, but refuse to get on the stage and talk to a brother. I don't respect you. But OTC just now got on the stage, and this is what he said. He covered that up, though. He said the reason why the drugs are over here is because they put us in this trap. That's why they call it the projects. They put us in this situation. They put the drugs in our hand. They did this, and then they locked us up. And then
Okay.
they put it in our music. And the
Oh,
only way,
okay. But the thing that my grandmama used to tell me as a woman, a man is only going to do what you allow.
facts. That's true. Your grandma was right.
So the government works the exact same way. If
Yeah.
I know you're going to do it,
Right.
I'll put it there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
1000%.
you can place drugs right here. I'm telling you, you can sit a kilo right here in front of me. I guarantee you I won't snort it. Because I don't care for it.
Hold up. But what if your mother can't afford to buy groceries for you and your siblings? What if you can't pay the rent? You're not going to chop it up, cook it with some baking soda and some ice, bag it up, and then sell it to the people in your community so that you can feed your family?
No. And the
Remember,
crazy the
big
crazy, you know what the craziest part about all of that is too? The drug dealers, when they do it, they go move to the white areas. They want to about white people.
shit, you talking about the good drug dealers, because my family, they sold to their families. They stood outside of their building where they lived, and they sold to their aunts and their nieces and their
The good drug
uncles.
dealers moved. The
I mean,
lower
they
man on the totem pole still lived in the hood. The good drug dealers moved.
yeah, that's the ones that make it to that next level. The other ones, the nickel and dimers,
Now,
whoever say they looking,
now look at it from the other side, right? If you're able to figure out, because this is, my degree is in mathematics, okay? If you're able to figure out by eyeballing, because most of these people have never done chemistry. If you're able to figure out the chemistry and each molecular level of this stuff,
go ahead, break it down.
that is a smart person,
Facts,
okay? Which
facts.
means you can actually understand elements, you can understand algebra, you can understand geometry.
Keep
There's a
going.
lot of metrics and all of that. And if
Business.
you're actually selling it, marketing,
Come on.
business. So
Yes,
I don't understand where this whole, well, this is my only no, this is not,
they
because
using
you're actually doing what it takes every day to sell anything. So
facts.
if you have that mindset where you can do that with something as, illegal and is bad for your community as drugs, why can't you take that same mindset and do it positively and go teach the younger ones actually how to do that? And that's because it's not promoted. That's because it doesn't, most black people have, unfortunately, most, not all, but most have uh group thought. Okay. And if the group doesn't think it's cool, they're not doing it. I've seen so many smart black boys fall victim.
I second that, what you're saying, the group thought, but I think that they have group thought because the people in the circle are afraid to tell the bad guys to stop being the bad guys. So what they do is instead of telling them to stop effing up our community, to stop being foolish, you're getting nowhere with that. They stop that. What they do though, they will blame it on the white man and say, you know, this how they trying to get us. They put us here. I understand you selling it because of what they done to our people, but this is not the right way. So we're always blaming somebody else. And what that does is anytime you let people know that they have an out, they're going to say, you know what? It's not my fault that I'm out here robbing people or selling drugs. It's the white man's fault. And until they do what they got to do to get us out of here, then it's okay to do what we're doing. As a matter of fact, we got daily confirmation by the music that our culture appreciates and love that tell us that what we're doing is the right thing and it's going to help us elevate. We're just hustlers. We're
Here,
just out
here's
here trying to get
here's
it.
the thing. It would be one thing if people left it at the music, right? Because if you listen to country music, some people say, okay, it's depressing, it's sad. Some songs are about unaliving yourself. Some songs are about this and that, right? But you don't listen to that and actually put it forth, right?
Right. Right.
So the music technically isn't the problem. The music, though, is coming from a culture, right? So that's why it's such a problem because we already know music art imitates life most of the time.
Yes. And the flip
That
side too.
yes, hip hop came out of that. That's why it's different than other forms of music of just telling stories. That's why it's different, right? Because it came out of that type of anguish and pain and things like that, right? But when you look at black people right outside of out of slavery, can't read, have never done anything other than work the land, which they tell you now is stupid, but honestly and truly owning land and working the land and actually knowing the land and the agricultural things about it is worth more than that degree.
Oh, you're right.
And
1000.
that's the reason why they took it back in the first place. Right? That's the reason why they took it back because they understand like 40 acres, that's worth money,
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
And, and,
1000%.
and so and so when you don't understand what you are, you pretty much fall for anything. And that can come from not just white people, that can come from your own group of people. And right now, that's where it's coming from.
It's coming from us.
It's
Yeah. It's
yeah, you,
yeah.
you
Yeah.
don't need white people to tell you you're not anything.
But that's the part that I want to get to too. I want y'all to watch this video that I'm about to play. And if you're sensitive, if you're hypersensitive, I'm gonna tell you to put on your earmuffs. Okay. Put on your earmuffs. You know what I mean? Because what you're about to hear is going to be a little aggressive. This guy that I'm about to play, he has aggressive language. And he's talking about what Mika and I are talking about, but just in a different way, not
Go ahead,
necessarily a
say it.
Christian way.
He's vulgar.
Very much so. Very much so. So check this out. We're talking about the same thing. So
Oh
trigger alert,
Lord.
gang.
Yeah,
Yeah, trigger.
Tommy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got some Tommy Sotomayor and this guy. If you have not heard him before, um, put on the earmuffs. All right, because my people are Christians. All right.
Niggas show up to fuck shit up. That's all niggas do. They don't build anything. That's why you can't look around and why they got to go back, harken back to we built this country. The only reason you black motherfuckers were able to build a country is because you were enslaved by white people.
Okay. All right. All right. I did warn them though, right?
No, Tommy's very vulgar. And but these are his early days. I remember these because I as a kid I used to watch these. Tommy has a very smart man, has a keen understanding of what's going on because he comes from that.
Right.
Most do.
But most times when we come from it, we feel like we're selling out our people if we acknowledge our F ups in public. It's like you can't talk about it except for in private. It's
Well,
like
that's why Tommy became such a villain, especially when he got the black women. Oh, you cannot talk about 92%. But that's why he became such a villain, because he was one of the first people that, and it's not to say that I agree with everything, right? Because I don't agree with everything from nobody.
I'm certain you don't agree with everything he said.
But I agree with the sentiment of calling things out and calling it out the way it is. Okay, cool. So if it is vulgar, if it is well, you don't like what I'm saying, right? You don't like how I'm saying it. Well, that's how it's perceived. Just like that Respucia statue in New York. You don't like the way it looks, right? Yeah. That's what y'all been championing for. You've been championing to look like that. That's how you go to the grocery store. That's how you be outside.
That's the very first statue I've seen in this country that looked like it could make some greens from scratch. Like it can make some cornbread.
It looked like the macaroni be on snap.
Yeah. It looked like it could braid some hair, cornrow, and all those things. It looked like it could fight. You know what I mean? All right, let's get back to this Tommy joint and guys, again, put on your earmuffs. Like somebody said, Tommy is coming in hot. All right, here we go. I'm gonna try to bleep it.
Niggas show up to fuck shit up. That's all niggas do. They don't build anything. That's why you can't look around and why they got to go back, harken back to we built this country. The only reason you black motherfuckers were able to build a country is because you were enslaved by white people. Had white people given you the fucking freedom and walked off the land, America would look like crap. America wouldn't even be America. It'd be taken over by somebody else. That's a fact. You need a damn slave master to get the majority of niggas to do what they supposed to damn do. If you don't have slave masters or police or something like that, niggas is gonna fuck it up. Look at every damn country on the planet. Niggas fuck it up. But you don't like me saying that. Niggas.
This dude is wild.
Hey, Tommy is hilarious. Now, a lot of people don't like choice words, okay? But if you look between it, okay? Because let's look here. All right. You got to remember two things are happening, right? So when you don't understand your history, right? And you don't know who you are, then you tend to be whatever. And a lot of the Black people in America are just running around like that. Right? They don't know their history. They don't know who they are. They don't have a sense of attachment. And then you have Black leaders that give you names like African American, right?
Yeah.
Separating yourself from America.
Yeah.
Okay? Because technically, you don't see white people calling themselves European Americans.
At all.
Because they're Americans. They've been here for generations. Okay?
At all.
So when you don't have a sense of belonging, that also adds to it. Because they don't feel like they belong. Most people, the reason why they push back on that, make America great again. When was America great? America has always been great. America has always been great. Has it worked? Has it always worked the way it was entitled to work? No. That doesn't mean it's not great. Because the word great doesn't mean good. The word great does not mean good.
What does great mean?
Okay. Do you know who Alexander the Great is?
Is he a white man?
Yes.
Yes.
You know what?
I got one right.
The word great doesn't mean like a good, like morally. It just means you know how to do what it is that you're doing. Like that thing works. So Alexander the Great was great at what he did, which was military, conquering, all that good stuff, right? America has always been great as the the idea of a land to set out in the pursuit of happiness, up from under the rule of the monarch, right? It has always been great. It has always tried. It has always progressed, and it still progresses. It doesn't always work for everybody, but nothing is 100%. Life isn't fair. Okay, here's
Here's
what it
one.
is.
Here's one thing when it comes to this whole conversation that I have an issue with, and you just now brought it up. We call ourselves African American. Something that I'm finding out is these immigrants who come over here from China, Venezuela, Mexico, you name it, Haiti. A lot of immigrants who come here, when they actually go through what they need to go through and they become American citizens, they just call themselves American at that point. Like they accept being American. They love being American. They celebrate it. I mean, they still rep their people. They send for more people and bring them back over here so that they can come and be American. They love our
Yeah,
country. They
because the
love to
idea
offer.
of America is to coexist. This is an experiment,
Right.
right? And that's what life is. And we are all the same life form co-creating. That's literally what America is. So yes, it has always been great. No, it's not always fair. No, it hasn't always worked. But I'd rather live in this America right now than at any point in time. So that tells me that America at least tries,
Almost
right?
certainly.
Well, we have countries that don't try. They don't give a damn. Okay. I can tell you right now, my family, some of my family is from Cuba. Cuba is what it is. And it is what it is. Okay. You will like it or you don't.
That's what Sade and Tupac.
America at least tries to hear the other side and say, oh, okay, well, maybe, this, maybe that, maybe this, maybe that. Even with the whole, fatigue, right? It stems from, at least, if white people were so out there, you wouldn't have a BLM or anything. They at least try to hear your ass. Right?
Here's the thing. Hold on.
So
Time out. Time
that's
out.
a group working together.
I have to say this though. White people, stop bending over backwards to be heard or respected or
All people, shit. Nah, I wouldn't do none of that.
stop that. Right. At some point, y'all need to stop because that's how bullies continue to bully you. You give them your snacks or you be quiet when they come into a room or you do what you acquiesce to the bully. Did I use that right?
Yes, it's
Okay.
after 12. You did good.
If you acquiesce to the bully and you continue to mute yourself and not speak up for yourself, it's going to continue to happen. So cut that sugar honey iced tea off. But at the same time, this is why I ask people to put God and family and country before anything, because what will happen is if you put God first, you lead with love. Leading with love don't mean to be weak. It means to be meek. It means to be calculated. It means to show love, show support, but at the same time, if somebody cross you, you spank that ass. That's how you do it. And you let them know this ain't happening. I also represent a proud people as well. Be proud of your people. I'm proud to be black, like a mug. But I
Well,
also
here's
point
the
out
thing,
people.
though. Here's the thing. Those things are made up. Only in the United States do I sit here and have to talk about this black and white thing. It's made up. It's literally made up.
American is made up.
No, I'm talking about there
It's all
is
made up.
there is no black and white.
Yes,
Like
it
that's a
is.
no, there's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Now it is.
No,
And the
it's not.
reason why it is because we made it a thing. Like we made it a
It's made
thing.
up. It's made up.
Yes. It's
And
made
and, and
it's manu
so go ahead.
now I was saying it's manufactured,
Yeah,
yes, and it's
straight
fake,
up.
yes, and it's not nearly as important as we make it, but it's still a thing.
Yeah, I have fatigue from race, period.
Yeah, a lot of
Because
people do.
90% of the time we're talking about culture differences.
Yes, we are. We most certainly are. But
That's
people,
the difference.
when we have politicians being voted into office as president and vice president because of the color of their skin, that's when you know that that made up thing is actually a thing, even if they're not the thing that they claim to represent. Like Kamala claimed to be black, Jasmine Crockett claimed to be hood, and she don't claim it, but she act like it. Everything about her says, I am from this place that she's not. I grew up this way when she didn't. So although it's made up and it's fabricated, if certain things happen in our country and in our culture because of the color that we are, yo, we got to call a thing a thing. And that's why people are saying,
Why do
man,
black people like Eminem?
why do black people like Eminem? For the
Eminem.
same reason why black people despise Eminem,
No. But what? Just on the surface, why do black
because
people
he
like
can
Eminem?
rap his tail off,
Okay, and what else?
because he claimed to rep black people.
No, he comes from the same thing. Call it trailer park, call it whatever you want. He comes from poverty.
How you gonna say no? Both of us say it's true. Now, I'm not about to get no argument with you, but it's gonna happen.
I don't care. He comes from poverty.
He
Okay,
does.
and a lot of
He does.
black people identify with that, right? So
Yes.
that's more of a cultural thing than it is race, because both races can come from poverty.
But here's one thing that black culture never respected about Eminem. They never respected his poverty-ridden story. They don't care about him being poor white man. They don't care that his mother didn't treat him right. They don't care that he was on drugs at a younger age. They don't care about that. And you know it. They will listen to him and be like, well, you still white. You still got privilege. You still the
That is not a
supreme.
privilege. That's not a there's a comedian. There's a comedian that I can't remember his name, but he's so funny. And he said, you know, I used to get tired of my black friends going oh well, you know, look what white people did to us. And he's like, do you think I would do all that shit to you guys and move next door?
Right next door. Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
why
yeah,
would
yeah.
I do that?
Is that Gary something?
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but I watch a lot of his stuff on Netflix, right?
He's hilarious.
He's hilarious.
He's
But
hilarious.
it's that is the thing, right? People talk about white people having all of this privilege. My family, literally, my white side came over on the boat. They're Polish. They came over on the boat, poor.
On the
And I
same
do
boat
mean
that
poor.
Sonny Austin family was on?
Nah, her family had slaves.
They were slave holders.
Her family was actually doing good over in the Caribbean, okay, in Puerto Rico, the Americas, okay. Yeah, my family came over as poor Polacks, okay.
I want to point out something. Now, when I gave you pushback on you saying that black is a made up thing, I actually agree with you. But because of how much attention we pay attention, I mean, we put on it, and we actually make people presidents off of it. I just say that it's a thing. But one thing I will say is,
Theo Von, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. You're right, Theo Von. That is
was
his
it
name.
Theo Von?
Yes,
It was
that is
Theo
his
Von.
name.
Okay.
Yes,
My
he got
bad,
that
guys.
podcast now. You're right.
My bad, guys.
Go ahead. I'm
What I was about to say, God dang, please, you can't do that when I start. I'm trying to tell you something. When I weave, I leave, because my mind is not nearly as sharp as it once
So
used
you
to be.
need to leave the weed.
Yeah, I would like to come back with my point. Then I'm like, God dang it, man. Seriously, bro. But okay, this is what I wanted to say.
Go ahead.
Y'all see black people out here getting super angry about what the white people have done to us and what the white people are doing to us. I think that's fabricated. I think that black anger is fabricated, because something that we do when we go into spaces where it's mixed, we have a ball. When we go into spaces that, like, we go to a trip, we go on a trip, or we go to a ball game, be it hockey, basketball, baseball, boxing event, no
Mhm.
matter what it is,
Mhm.
we make sure that we have a great time. with
You know
everyone that's
why?
there.
You know why? Because everybody is a human, and it's just, and that's when I tell you, when people say stuff about me being mixed race and why don't you claim just one side? Because you know why? I love the fact that I grew up with everybody. I love the fact that I know Slavic, and I also can talk, slang or whatever
I'm sorry,
they
you
want to
said you
say
know
is a
Slavic.
cultural thing. Yeah.
You Slavic? Is that witchcraft?
I'm trying to finish here. No, I'm just saying. I love the fact that on another side, we have native and um, Spanish roots. And then I love on this side, there's a rich black history. It all of it together is a cohesive person to understand that everybody has their own way and culture, and it can be beautiful.
Everybody
Instead of
got their
focusing on the negative.
yeah.
Are there
Yeah.
negatives to everybody? Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah, but
But
when the
why
black
but
men
why is that why is that pushed? Why is that pushed? Right? Because if you actually set aside, you could take the most racist black person and the most racist white person, tell them to sit aside that and put it on paper. All your problems. I guarantee you they're the same.
You're absolutely right. And if everybody wanted to put all of their problems in the middle of a field and hope in hopes to receive someone else's, we will run right back to our own once we see what other people are dealing with in their own personal lives, black, white, or other. So that's why I tell people all the time, be grateful for where you are and who you are and what you are and where you are right now in life, because the grass is not greener. Black people, white people, ice is not colder. It really isn't. White people, black people, parties ain't that much cooler. I mean, y'all having a ball too. So at the end of the day, can we just love on one another, man, and help make this place great? I mean,
I
based off
would
of
I
Mika's
would love
definition of
to,
great.
and that's why I don't mind holding people accountable. And the reason why I do is because not because and I want black people, or whatever you want to call yourself. I want people of color to understand this. When I talk about black people, I'm talking about it because how I do everything. I talk about it from a point of accountability. You can't have accountability until you actually know what you did, what you're doing wrong. That was one of the things that I think people got wrong about, capital punishment when you spank and stuff, right? When you spank your children, you don't just spank them. You actually have to let them know what is actually going on. What's wrong? What is the problem?
You know, black people tell our kids what we're doing wrong. We do it while
I
we're
don't know.
beating.
I've never
I
got a spanking
told
from a black
you
person, so I don't
to
understand.
not
I don't know that.
go outside. Turn around. Move your hand. I told
No, that
Mr.
sounds like
Houston.
anger.
Huh?
That sounds like straight anger.
Oh, it is. But we explain it in the
That's not
middle of
explaining. That's not explaining, because you have to be able to conceptualize to have an understanding. So if you're beating me half to death, there's
I
no way
was
for
one
me
of
to
those people that was
conceptualize.
beat half to death by my guardian alongside of my brothers and my cousin Luciano.
Yes.
And we grew up to be okay young men.
Okay. And how did the rest of the YNs work out?
The rest of the Lions need their ass whooped. I doubt
Okay.
their parents
So
beat
my
them.
point is, it's okay to hold people accountable, but then transition and say, okay, now how do you fix it? The problem is most people don't want to be held accountable. Period. Okay. Y'all been telling white people what they done did wrong the entire time. Cool. They need to hear it, right? They have been hearing it, right? Cool. But In order for any relationship, whether it's good or bad, there's two sides. What do you do to add to this? There's something you're doing. I hate when I see marriages and all of that, and people say, "Oh, it's him." Okay, what were you doing?
No one wants to accept their side.
What were you doing?
Let me see.
Yes, yes. That's one of the sides I talk about.
All right, so let me go and read these joints right quick so we can move to our next story. The matriarchy refuses accountability. Single mothers. Thank you, Kim B. Appreciate you. Shout out to Crispy
Oh Lord
for
Jesus.
doing it for so long. He strike Cray nerves. And yes, I believe his mother and his ex-wife traumatized him.
That is a fact.
Ever so often, he has a good point.
That is a fact.
Thank you so much, Bushido. Also, The Great Experiment, right, Micca?
Yes.
Also by Bushido. Thank you, Sassy, for the super sticker. Van, do you remember when the liberal apologist, is that what he meant? Apologists, were washing black people's feet in solidarity? That was bananas. Yeah, I thought that was
I ain't washing nobody's feet.
I thought that was idiotic, but guess what?
Get out of here.
I bet every last one of them were Democrats. I bet.
Yeah. Now I'm sorry. White liberals, they have lost their damn mind. White liberals have lost their damn minds. Michael Bax told you.
That's because
they have lost their minds.
They feel guilty because they are extremely racist, in my opinion.
Man, they feel guilty because they are racist. White liberals, if anybody is racist, that would be them. Anytime you tell somebody that they don't know, they can't get an ID, a human being can't go get an ID, you might want to rethink sitting beside that person. Well, they can't go get an ID because
they don't know how to open.
Are you saying a grown man and woman can't go to the DMV? Yeah, you remember? Was it Red Fox? You might be a redneck. You might be a racist. They can't go to the DMV. Yeah, my G. You might be a racist. That's you.
A lot of them are. That's why. Human beings, period. Thank you, Tijuana Border Jumper. Half for each of you. You sound like one of our aunts. Now, babies, y'all go to the store. Here's 50 cents for you, and here's 50 cents for you. Make sure both of y'all get something, okay? And y'all watch each other back and don't let nobody take your stuff. Thank you, Renee. We appreciate you, baby.
Gracias, Renee.
Van, when I go to hedonism, my second home. Okay, I don't know anything about hedonism. Try not to go when it's a takeover. All right, so you saying when I go, too many of us try to be cool, be too cool, and Steve and Mary from the Midwest be cool as F. Thank you so much, 1320 Bushido.
And I'll say this last point. If you go, the best thing for, and I noticed that this whole race thing is mostly with people up north. All right, because country white and black folks is the reason why I'm here. Okay.
Literally. Wait a minute. You saying people are more racist in the north, up north than down south?
Yes.
Get out of here.
Liberals have always been, yes.
So I'm scared to go to Mississippi for nothing.
Yes, you're scared to go to Mississippi for nothing because I'm telling you, folks in the South, the hospitality is so overwhelming.
Wow.
And it's so beautiful to see them all in the same bar. Okay.
Yeah, I bet it is.
You can get Creed and Hootie and the Blowfish and all of them in the same bar.
You know what's wild about this? Whenever and you know how when white people say, and white people are the only people that usually say this. I very seldomly hear black people say it, but I'm just now understanding it. When white people say I don't see color, and they say when white people say that, they must be racist because they definitely see color. Here's the thing: when I go places, I don't really see. Like if I'm having a good conversation, somebody say something to me, I'm not looking to see if they're white or black before I speak back. If somebody is helping me out or attending to our needs, I don't look and see if they're black, white, or whatever. And I don't treat them like I don't tip them based off of their color or their race or anything like that. I just communicate with them as human beings. I tap into their spirit. Like that's the way we're supposed to do.
Correct. But what they're saying is they're not saying that they don't see that you're brown, light brown, whatever the hell you want to call yourself, red. You know, black people, they got a whole bunch of names. However, it's not them saying that they don't see that. They're saying that they don't see you by that. You're not defined as that.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't think that the people who lead the Democratic Party specifically, especially the black ones like a Jasmine Crockett and all of them that you can name, and they act like race is so like at the top of mind whenever they're doing anything like meetings or having a good time. They always act like that's top of mind, and it just stresses them out that white people are going to be there. And I'm just letting y'all know that that's
the only thing white on the top of her mind is that wig.
Why you always got to talk about Jasmine Crockett?
Because I don't like her. On the top of her mind is all European.
At least you ain't
maybe
lying.
Malaysian sometimes.
Let me tell you something. At least you ain't lying. At least you ain't lying. All right, so let's move on to our next joint, man. And thank y'all so much for the super chats. Renee, thank you for the super chat. WTF, brother. MJ, you had the crew looking for you, man. You had the crew looking for you and wondering where you was. So do not have certain people stressing out because you're not answering their messages. WTF for real.
I can believe you, LTC vet. Okay, white people from the South. That's why I always joke and say white, because my family's very country. So when they say white, they say white.
They say what?
Yeah, but yeah, white people from the South can cook. Miss Paula Dean can cook. Her and that Burke chicken. You ever seen Burke chicken? BURKE. Yeah, Burke is when you take chicken.
You say burnt. No, I don't know nothing about no Burke.
So you take chicken, you dip it in the egg, you dip it in flour, you take it back to the egg, you dip it again, you dip it in flour. Chicken be like this thick.
Why would you want all that daggone crispiness? That's how you make the extra crispy?
Yeah. It's too much. But Paula Dean does it.
Oh yeah,
Paula, she
can
fry
cook
every goddamn day.
Oh yeah, she deep fry everything, even ice cream. All right, guys. So this is what we about to wrap about now. And thank you so much, 13 Bushido. Hold on, let me go and put this up here before we go on to the next joint. I can't front Micca. I should read this in my daggone Anton.
I can't front Micca. This Brooklyn boy gets a little side eye from my melanin in the ATL. And when I go to hang at Fisk, and yes, Micca, I don't like. Thank you, Prosciutto. Oh. Look, I don't even know. What is Fisk? What is Fisk University? Because I don't know it, I'm going to assume it's a HBCU. Is it a HBCU?
Yes.
Yeah, they
Shout
always
out to
get
Fisk.
They always get me. There's a lot of HBCUs.
Shout out to Fisk.
Yes,
yes, there is a lot. Mexican American here. I used to be a raging lib back in the days. Thank God I woke up. I woke up thanks to video creators like you guys. Please give me a follow. Most certainly.
Flipping for Jesus. Flipping for Jesus. Okay. Yeah, Mexican American. Welcome.
Most certainly. Welcome. Let me go ahead and give you a follow. I never get that request.
I love all people, and I love Mexican food. I love Tex-Mex, all that stuff.
You just greedy.
It don't agree with my stomach half of the time, but you know, it is what it is.
All right, guys. So we're gonna jump it off with this.
Let's get it.
Trump is kicking ass against China. The Democrats was hoping that it would go another way. This was their original projection of the situation. I don't even think I used the right word, but y'all can fill it in with your own context.
Reality that we are dependent on so many things to come out of
Because
our
if-
biggest
Adversary.
adversary in
Yes,
the world. They are the enemy, and we should not be
Oh,
dependent
no.
on
But no,
Chinese.
they are not our enemy. They're
Because
our
they've
biggest
got-
trading
They are our
partner.
enemy.
And if we
They've
manufacture,
got rare earth minerals and you
Right.
don't.
They're the enemy.
right, but
They have
but
more than
listen,
us.
but like it or not, sure, Michael, they are our biggest trading partner. And if we were to manufacture iPhones here, iPhones would cost $3,500. The American people are not going to tolerate that. We have one of the highest standards of working conditions here. I don't think that we can say forget you, China. They
So it's
literally.
okay. So
But
you're,
isn't it
you're
our
okay.
strategic
Hold on,
interest?
Sir Michael.
Yeah,
So
go
you're
ahead, Scott.
okay. You're okay if we continue to put our own economic and national security future in the hands of our biggest enemy, because effectively they use slave labor to build stuff, and that makes it better for us. That is terrible.
I am 100%
Terrible.
not okay with that, but I'm dealing in the reality
But
of
you
what
are.
is.
Do you own a change reality that we?
All right. So the reality of things is that she thought that China was not to be effed with, and we need not try to will and deal with them because we need them. Anybody with business sense would never speak that way. This is somebody who just doubt not only Trump, but they doubt the power of our nation. They doubt what our country bring to the table. And she was dead as wrong. That right there was something from CNN on April 9th, when they was doubting that they was thinking that Trump is doing a bad thing by telling China that it's going to be this number and I'm not budging. He's just being stubborn. He's ruining this country and the economy. And now look at him. Now listen to what Caroline Lovett has to say about what Trump just now did with China. I always knew he was going to win
Look,
this.
we told you the next 100 days would consist of peace deals and trade deals, and that's exactly what we have seen. The president announced last week the big trade deal with the UK, as you mentioned. Now we have a first deal with China. Just yesterday, the president announced the release of the last remaining American hostage in Gaza, Eden Alexander, who will soon be united with his loving family. God bless him. That's thanks to President Trump. We also negotiated a ceasefire with the Houthis, and President Trump was instrumental in negotiating a ceasefire with India and Pakistan. This is all in the last week. President Trump and his team are working incredibly hard on behalf of the country and the world to secure peace deals and trade deals. And don't forget, we have a tax deal coming too. The administration is working with Capitol Hill to sign the largest tax cuts in American history. Right.
Micca, what say you?
Oh, thank you. I didn't even see the glass. Okay. You know what I think when she speaks all the time. I told you, I think about Bootsy daughter. I told y'all ninjas. Yeah. That is how I feel about Donald Trump. I just be wanting to push the little button for Bootsy daughter. I told y'all ninjas. That is exactly how I feel.
Oh,
Okay.
he's doing his thing.
Yes. And let's be clear. Okay. There was 11% tariffs on China. Okay. And the tariffs that were there came from Trump. Okay. Just that little bit came from Donald Trump the first time. However, that was the beginning, right? Of course, he didn't get to go back to the White House. Okay. He won that election. I don't care what nobody says. However, because you're not going to get me to believe that Jim Crow Joe got more votes than Obama. Anywho, what I'm saying is they don't like they're saying they don't like tariffs, but then they were okay with the tariffs under Joe Biden. But those tariffs weren't Joe Biden's. Those tariffs were Donald Trump's. So this tells me that it's all manufactured. All of it. And they're only pushing back on tariffs because they have an understanding of what Donald Trump is actually doing. When they say he's dismantling America, he definitely is. But it's not to make it what do they call it? Autocracy.
Oligarchy.
They be coming up with all this stuff. Okay. I know it's different types of, regimes and things that you can say. Some of these I don't even know. Okay. But that's not what he's doing. He's breaking it down to take it back to what it's actually supposed to be according to the Constitution. And the more he does with these tariffs, the more you can get back to no property taxes, no income taxes, things like that, because we're not supposed to have them. But we've just been dealing with stuff because you got liberals understanding that you got a workhorse, which is the American people. They don't question it. They don't read. Why not?
Well, I agree with everything you just now said. Hold on. And this right here just came up too.
And I think that led to a great deal of the productivity we've seen. We will be giving details tomorrow. But I can tell you that the talks were productive. We had the vice premier, 2 vice ministers who were integrally involved, Ambassador Jameson and myself. And I spoke to President Trump, as did Ambassador Jameson last night, and he is fully informed of what is going on. So there will be a complete briefing tomorrow morning.
All right, so this is the information that we got, guys, and Micca was just now breaking it down to you all. America's tariffs on China. All right, at first we had what, a 10% tariff on China, and then we decided to put 145% because they were going back and forth and they wasn't respecting our authority. So Trump kept on telling them, "Oh, it's going to be like that. Let's go." So 145%. Now it's down to 30%. China's tariffs on us was 120%, 25%. Now it's down to 10%. That right there is a huge win. Here's a document right here, the joint statement on U.S.-China economic and trade meeting in Geneva. Does that say Geneva? It say Geneva, right?
You got it this time. You got it. Go ahead.
Good job, Joe. You
did it.
did a great job, Joe. All right, so joint statement on U.S.-China economic and trade meeting in Geneva. The government of the United States of America, the United States, and the government of the People's Republic of China, recognizing the importance of their bilateral economic and trade relationship to both countries and the global economy, recognizing the importance of sustainable, long-term, and mutually beneficial economic and trade relationship, reflecting on their recent discussions and believing that continued discussions have the potential to address the concerns of each side in their economic and trade relationships, and moving forward in the spirit of mutual opening, continued communication, cooperation, and mutual respect. The parties commit to take the following actions by May 14th of 2025. And let me see, United States modified the application, additional I posted this on my ex. I need y'all to go read this because my brother is about to mess up some words, and I'm not about to be clowned by my co-anchor right now because that's exactly what
I've
happened.
never said anything.
You and your family was making fun of me. you and your family was making fun of me. See that I'm talking about? But this is what I want to say though. I agree with what 1320 is saying, that if Trump wins, we win as a collective. But the thing is this, the Democrats don't want him to win because it's all political for them. They need for him to have a horrible presidency so that they can take back power. That's what they need. For me, I just want our country to do great.
See, here's the thing. There's a difference between people not liking someone politically, right? I've never been a fan of Joe Biden, okay, Barack, Kamala, any of them. However, when they were in office, I wanted them to do something, do good, something, anything that would help the American people.
I'm with you on that. Like, you didn't want Joe Biden to fail?
No. If Joe Biden, I didn't mind him tripping and falling and stuff. That was funny. But I don't want him politically to fail because I live here. Right? Like, I always say that there's, there's, your side where I can't stand that person. But then as a representative of you, because whether you like the man or not, he's representing you. He's not my president. Yes, he is.
Yeah,
Okay.
he is.
Yes. I didn't pick him, but Joe Biden was my president. I live in the United States. I'm an American. So yes, I want him to succeed. He did a horrible job. But had he did anything that I thought was good, I would have gave him credit for it. Why not?
You would have given Joe Biden his flowers?
I would have gave Joe Biden credit for it. I don't like a lot of, but I don't like Barack Obama. But I always say I thought Barack Obama's immigration policies were spot on.
Yeah.
I don't find a problem with them.
Same here. I would have given credit where it's due as well. Brown Eyes says, Micca, I thank God for your research and wisdom.
Oh, thank you, Verna. I appreciate you.
Shout out to Brown Eyes.
Yes, that's the one with the fabulous braids. I love it. I love her hair.
She does have nice
I
braids.
wish I could do them daggone braids. They be falling out. Go ahead.
Your head too fine.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, I got a bone to pick with Van. Okay, because he tells us to watch these commercials, but some of these commercials are 15, 20, 30 plus minutes long. You're right, and I apologize. This is what I told them. I told them if they want to support their content creator, their favorite content creator, the best thing they can do is watch our videos from beginning to end and do not skip the ads that YouTube place on them, because that's how
YouTube do be doing a bit much.
They
like,
do too much.
It's one thing, right, when they like to put the ads that maybe one you can't skip, but then the next one you can skip, right?
Yeah.
They'll do like, and you'll see it say, it'll say like maybe 10 minutes later, you be like, now look.
Yeah, let me skip this. I'm sorry. I was trying, but yeah, I did that on my own
So
video.
it's appreciative if they do look at one or two though, because after like two of those, I think you can go to next and you can get out. But if people do look at one or two, it does help. So whatever amount you can is definitely appreciated, because YouTube gonna get their money regardless, or as our color folks like to say, the man, he gonna get his money regardless.
The man gonna get his money regardless. A kingdom or kingdom.
But
good play on words, man. Thank you so much for that. You're right. I don't know what to say. I don't have no rebuttal whatsoever. But Micca is right. Sometimes they overdo it.
Yeah.
They overdo
definitely
it.
do sometimes.
I didn't want Joe to fail. I just wanted them to stop sniffing kids.
You want to know what's so wild? They have a picture of Joe Biden sniffing that statue in New York.
Oh my God. They need to leave Joe alone. This brother he's exiting. Like he's on his exit. He's on his way up out
He's
of here.
definitely on his exit.
He's on his way up out of here, man. Don't be mean to, I'm gonna let y'all know this. Try not to be mean to President Joe Biden, ex-President Joe Biden, because karma is real. Just gonna let you know that, because y'all got old people in your family too, and you're gonna also be old one day, Lord willing. Okay. And
but you gotta remember, this is his karma too, though.
Huh?
This is his karma too, though.
Oh, it's most certainly his karma, but you ain't got to be the hand of Satan. Continue to
no,
be the hand of God.
Satan is doing the work all on his own. Him tripping up the steps. That has nothing to do with us.
Satan is not forcing our lips to say the things that we say when we.
I don't say nothing about Joe Biden other than that he's Jim Crow, which he is.
You called him Jim Crow Joe.
He is Jim Crow Joe.
You know what that means?
Yes.
Okay. Karma, like you said, Renee, karma is a B-I word. Is a B.
That's why he fighting the sand now.
And karma is most certainly
That's
real.
why he fighting the sand now. He getting what he deserved. And I'm just sitting back with my popcorn.
All right, for our last story, hold on one second. This is our last story that we will be covering today. Letitia James is potentially going to jail. Don't know if y'all know this, but
She going to
hit the
jail.
like button if you want her to go to jail. See, this is what I'm saying. Don't hit the hit the like button, but wow, I don't even know what to say, man. This is wild.
Can you heart?
Can you heart?
Can you heart it? Like hit that little heart a bunch of times. She going to jail. But go ahead.
Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, hit the heart button, guys. All right, let's go. Let's go and play this right here. Y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments.
Letitia James over alleged mortgage fraud. James denies the allegations and says she's being targeted by the Trump administration. For more on this, let's bring in Fox News Sunday anchor and chief legal correspondent Shannon Bream. So what's this case about, and does the Justice Department have a case?
So there are allegations that she did not give proper information on loan documents, possible mortgage documents about primary residence, things that would have given her a better loan system to work with, more favorable terms. She and her attorney are completely denying it. They say this is complete revenge. And listen, presumed innocent. That's a great thing about our system. And an investigation is one thing. Do you get to charges? Do you get to a trial? I don't know. But Democrats have been telling us for years, as they did when she brought charges against President Trump, no one's above the law. You got to work through the process in the system, and we'll see how far it goes with her.
So essentially, she's being charged with something very similar to what she charged Donald Trump for. Letitia James over alleged mortgage fraud.
You see this video that I'm playing? You see how many, you said hit the heart button. You see it got 24.8 thousand hearts.
We like it like that.
Yeah.
She's going to jail. No, I'm just singing my little jail song. She's going to jail.
Yeah. So Letitia James is potentially is that LeBron's sister. That is, come on now. Y'all are something. Y'all always want to say
me that joke.
Yeah, they love they're going to take
And
a shot at Bron.
she's actually stressing. Look at her. She losing weight.
Yeah, she looks like she's stressing a little bit.
You know why, right? You know what? She might be in the gym. She's gonna have to keep them up off of them when she in jail.
Yeah, it look like she is. I mean, she's dropped a pound or two, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it looked like. I mean, her statue,
a pound or two. That's very accurate.
Yeah. So she's on her way to being dealt the same fate that she tried to deal Trump.
Yeah.
Same exact thing.
It's the same thing. But the difference is, okay, with Trump's case, she does. It is what it is. Recipe shot. Here's the thing with Trump's case. It was a victimless crime. Okay. So if it is a crime, it was victimless. Why did you charge him anyway? If the bank spoke on his behalf, why did you charge him? Okay. So this is how things come full circle. You could have let that go, but you didn't. And so everything that you put there, literally everything that you put there, I can now go, oh, yeah, this is what she did. This is what she did. You put it there. Trump was the only person that had ever got charged with that. So she literally put everything in the bed that she got to lay. It's all her doing. Nobody else's. No other prosecutor. Nothing. Just you, ma'am. Just you. So you got nobody to blame but yourself. You literally wrote the book on what you get ready to get prosecuted with. I love it. You can't make this up.
You know, when people are about to be served their fate, I get real democratic, man. We got to protect the criminal.
Your 5% New Jersey Democrat slipping out.
She won't do it again. She apologized.
Now Trump's little Democrat side probably like, I should let her slide. But Pam Bondi, okay,
Pam Bondi ain't gonna let it happen.
Pam ain't letting it happen. That's why he like, well, Pam is just, yeah, that's how he gonna get off with it. He
Well,
gonna be
here's
like,
the
I didn't do it.
But that's the thing, though. So you say that's Trump's Democratic side that would be like, I'm gonna go ahead and let her slide. I don't
Yes,
want to do
because
too
he
much.
let Hillary
I think
slide.
that's his
He let
Christian
Hillary slide.
side. You say that's his
Yes.
Democratic side.
Yeah, I make jokes, but Trump is sincerely a nice man. He's
Yeah,
a very
that's what it
good
seemed
man.
like.
He's a very good man. Right? Like everybody have their flaws because people are like, oh, he cheated on his wife. He did. Okay, yes, everybody has their flaws. Everybody. So, but what does that have to do with that man? That man is a very good man.
Yeah.
And he genuinely it's something that nobody's talking about. Okay. This man is so racist that he helped the Congo and Rwanda. They were killing each other. He took our tax dollars and went over there. We don't get nothing from the Congo. We get absolutely nothing from the Congo.
So please let it be true. He really wanted Letitia James to go to jail. Thank you, Tijuana. Brown Eyes. It was just found out that Adam Schiff did mortgage fraud as well. His primary residence is in Baltimore, but he represents California. Oh, yep.
Shifty
That could be
Adam. He
tax
said he
evasion
was
too.
shifty. He said he was.
And that could be tax evasion too, depending on how they want to look at it.
Oh, no. You wouldn't have a Congress if you did that now.
Listen.
They all evade taxes up there now.
So, all right, thank you, Brown Eyes. Appreciate you. She getting ready. T.I. ain't washing Bula's bloomers. Thank you so much, 1320 Bushido. I don't get that reference. Maybe Micca does. I don't get a lot of references. I ain't been outside lately. You know what I mean?
Get
But-
outside. Get outside.
When you out,
Yeah. You know how you used to go to the fire hydrant? Get outside.
I don't want to go outside. I'm fine in here. Outside is
I
getting
miss
crazy. Every time I go somewhere,
I miss
and
seeing kids do that.
let me tell you something. Every time I go somewhere and I'm waiting for my food or waiting for my drink, all I gotta hear is how Trump is ruining this country, how the economy is going to sugar honey iced tea, how people next to me, to my left and right, hope that I'm got something saved up and hope that I got some guns because Trump is turning all the white people against us. And like, shut up, calm the hell down, bro. Like all y'all
Meanwhile,
niggas talking about y'all complaining, but everybody sitting right next to me, living a good life.
Thank you. That's why I said meanwhile. You outside. Meanwhile, you are able to do what most people in these third world countries cannot do. You can talk shiz naive while enjoying a nice cool drink.
And the president won't send the military to come get you because you disagree with him. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Shout out to our country that don't really rock like the mother countries, man.
And when all of this is said and done, okay, because the stock market is up. It's up. I told because people were hitting me up. They're like, "Do you think I should sell my Tesla stock?" Now look at the Tesla stock. Okay, the stock market is up. Your little raggedy 401ks, you know that the 92% still, y'all don't put nothing in the 401ks anyway. You don't need to match it. You don't need to my 401ks. You don't even know what's in it. Who you got? Vanguard. You might want to argue with Vanguard instead of Trump. However, they all the way up. Like, even though you don't like Trump, you still get the benefit. You're still benefiting. Like I honestly truly think liberal people should have to spend a year only all liberal policies, and you don't benefit from no Donald. If you didn't vote Donald Trump, you don't benefit. Like, oh, tax break, not for you. No income tax, not for you.
Let me ask you a question. Have you watched CNN since this story broke that China is blinking?
No, I haven't seen China News Network yet.
Let me tell you something. Go watch some of it. Right now, they're trying to call him a crook because of one country gave us an airplane. He's telling people to invest in the stock market. They're saying that he's trying to push things one way so that people who vote for him can make money and everybody else gets
I mean,
screwed.
well, this is
They're
their
making
play.
up whatever they can to
That's
try to
it.
spin the positives and make them look negative like they always do. They can never be honest. Just be honest. Have a conversation about what's really going on.
I believe you, man. China News Network really
China
works
News
over.
Network.
Yes, they work overtime. Okay, because again, why? Why? Donald Trump is your president. You could still not like him and say that this is a win for Americans. You don't have to like him, but you will respect him.
Respect my authority. Nope.
I'm just saying that the TDS is killing me. Okay, like y'all got to get off of it with this immigration stuff. Okay, y'all got to get off of the stuff with the Ratchet Crockett. Okay,
Every chance they get, they showing people being arrested and by ICE, chased down, tackled,
I love it,
fighting.
and I love it. Running again, it's like cops. And, I missed that. I was a kid, so run it. Okay, this is the whole cop special ICE edition. Okay, beyond the bars, locked up, reality. Love it. Run it. I'm
You
Petty
cold.
Boots.
I keep on telling you. And I'm
Yes,
gonna let you know
I'm
this
Petty.
one more time.
I'm Petty Boots.
Petty boots.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you said?
Yes, I'm Petty Boots.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. I love it because let's be clear that mayor in Newark. I told you I lived in New Jersey for 3 years because I went to school in New York. I went to college in New York. Okay. I've never seen a New Jersey politician ever. Ever. Ever, ever. I've never seen one. Okay. If these were black people, they would not be outside. Okay. And especially not criminal black people. Throw them ninjas in jail. Good riddance. So
Mm.
what's the difference between these? The difference is it's a political pond. That's the difference. They think it's a chess move. So yeah, why not do that? And you got black people standing out there. I mean, you already know the level whites. You know what they gonna do. But you got black people standing out there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Freedom, freedom. You live in the same conditions that you've been living in. If they gonna give charity to anybody, it should be you. But nobody respects an ass kisser. And
At all. They use those.
y'all kiss too much Democratic butt. Kiss it too much. So they don't respect you.
So
But
Micca's
you know what the Hispanics do? You know what the Latinos do? Split their vote. You gonna work for it, you gonna work for it. Legal and illegal. Because they on the voter rolls, trust me. And unfortunately, the illegals had a little leg up. Since Joe Biden's letting them in, they understand. If you think they don't understand this stuff, they understand it. Thank you. They understand that the census counts illegal immigrants. And it gives the Democrats more. You're such a hater, but I'm going to take it. They understand this, man. They understand it. At the end of the day, I just feel bad. I feel bad. My human side feels bad for Black people out there fighting against their own interests. My political side says, oh well.
Facts. Same here. Hey guys, all of my blues, thank y'all for doing what y'all do. Everybody who submitted a super chat, thank you so much for going the extra mile. For everybody who participated inside of the chat, respectfully with one another, thank y'all so much. And for anybody who's a content creator, business owner, artist, or coach, please make sure y'all reach out to a brother. What in the world is, go ahead, what's that? What?
Make it great.
All of you business owners, artists, and coaches who have YouTube channels already, I want y'all to reach out to a brother so I can save y'all some time and show you what production is supposed to look like. Reach out to me with the word VIP or acronym VIP, and we can go forward. And everybody, thank y'all for showing Micca so much love. Y'all just making her heart smile.
I can't stand it.
Wow, y'all are something else. My supporters, they love you. They like Micca's here.
I love them. I love them. I love them. They hold me accountable. So.
All right, guys. Y'all take it easy. I'll see y'all in the next live stream. We will be back on Wednesday. So make sure y'all are here on Wednesday and ready for our next conversation. All right. If y'all have anything for us to report on, send it to us either on X, email, or Instagram. That's how people send me stuff. All right. All right. See y'all on the next one. Love you. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.